Hello and welcome to another Modpack overview. This time we're looking at all the mods 6. So I really hope you enjoy it. If you like Modpacks or mod overviews, please stay tuned and let's start. So let's start with crafting and cooking. We have about 8 mods in here, which are looking into that category. So without further waiting, let's start. So, cooking for blockheads is the first one. Cooking for blockheads gives you kitchen utilities and storing, cooling, and a cooking book. So basically you have things that you can put into the kitchen and as well store recipes, as well like some things like toasters or like this basket here, which you can use. The coolers as well, you can use that with the fridge. To cool certain items, certain things need to be cooled. These are cabinets. So if you need something like that, this will be in this mod pack. Next up, we have crafting tweaks. Crafting tweaks gives you the possibility to basically change the things in the crafting grid. So here I can click on clear grid, for example, or I can put all things there and then I can rotate it. So if I have crafting recipe that should change very fast, or I can balance it out if I want to. So this is crafting tweaks. Next up we have culinary construct. With culinary construct you can basically make a sandwich. Woo! Sandwiches! So well, yeah, I did some sandwiches already here. But basically what you do, you have this one table here, where you can put bread here and bread here. And then you can put stuff in between, and that makes basically the sandwich, which you can eat if you want to. So next up we have farming for blockheads. Farming for blockheads offers you the possibility to trade for new resources. It comes with this guy, it's called the Swap-O-Matic. And you can put things in here to trade, for example, for seeds or other things. Mostly you can see it here on the right side, and you can unlock new stuff. You have also as well fertilizer and farmland that is new as well. I'm not sure how it's called. Feeding trough, and then the same for the chickens. So that is basically culinary farming for blockheads. So next up we have iron furnaces. Iron furnaces offers you different furnaces with different abilities. Basically they're cooked in different speed. They require new fuel things. But you also can upgrade them with these ones. So they are more improved. So basically different furnaces which can be upgraded and smelt faster. There's certain things. Next up then we have jumbo furnaces, which is basically a huge furnace where you can put multiple items in it, as well multiple fuel sources. So it cooks very fast, a lot of resources and not just one, which is quite helpful. It's very nice with like smelting and all that kind of stuff. Spice of life. So there's another one which is the opposite of it. Spice of life basically gives you positive things if you eat different foods. There's another one where you have to eat different foods to keep up your health bar. This one is different. It gives you buffs basically, or certain things that help you if you eat different foods, which is quite helpful. So, and you can get new hearts as well with this mod. So then we have Pam's Harvestcraft 2, Pam's Harvestcraft 2 Food Extended, as well Food Core. So there are 3 different things. The core and the Food Extended is basically an add-on. So they have tons of new food in this one. This is the primary thing, and then this one is basically add-on, which this is not the complete list. There are still more in this food thing. So there's tons of new food possibilities and eating stuff. So this is crafting and cooking. Let's go next to deco and furniture. Coming up is furniture, decorations and building blocks. So everything that will help to change this world and to give you new building blocks, new things to decorate your house, or to have furniture. So we're gonna start with Absent by Design. Absent by Design uses blocks that are already in the world, for example birch or glowstone or magma stone, and to put them into the things that already are there with, like for example stone or wood. So basically we have like fences, we have stone walls, stairs, half slabs, then these doors, how are they called? And have them in different block forms basically. So most of the resources are in here, for example like glass and other things that can be used. So if you, well, have a resource that doesn't have normally like slabs or stairs, you're gonna find everything in here. So botany pots, there's another mod that's coming up there. Botany pots or botany, whatever, gives you the ability to have these pots here. And when you have them, you can put like flowers or plants in them, which is quite nice for like a garden or indoor garden if you need that. So then we have the add-on to that, that's botany trees. You have basically small pots as well, but you can put like saplings into them. That is very beautiful. Well, that is basically everything from botany trees. So engineer's decor or decorations. So these ones are new blocks to change how the world looks. Because this Modpack covers or looks a lot into the mechanical side and the technical side, this mod is quite beautiful or quite helpful for this. Because we have a lot of like steampunk-ish things. We have trapdoors, very beautiful ones. We have stairs, smoke and stuff. So this is quite helpful for this mod pack. So upcoming is environmental materials. There's a bigger mod for that, and that's environmental tech, which is basically all about solar panels. This one is just the building blocks that come with it. So these building blocks quite fit with the solar panels and all the other things. So if you want the environmental engines, and if you look into this, this mod you will use quite a lot. So going to Glassential. Glassential gives you different possibilities. You have basically or glass variations. So you have redstone glass, which basically emits like a signal. You have passing through, so you can like pass through this glass. Then you have light. This one is the light one. Basically, this emits light. This one is darkening the things behind it. I think this one a more powerful one. And this one reverse. I think it's only for certain directions. Well, that's Glassential. Basically, adds different glass things now, which have different abilities. So coming to Simply Light. Simply Light basically gives you modern lights, but these ones are usable in I think in more tech environment. They're also usable in areas where you normally can't have light, so you can put them here like around the blocks, which is quite rare. So and they're very beautiful, especially for pools and all kind of stuff. So coming up is ropes mod. The ropes mod is basically only this one. It's the ropes. You can craft them in different styles, and you need a certain plant with that, but you can climb up them. So if you have more modern, a more adventure type of game, you're probably gonna use that as well for like exploring or adventuring. So we have Mech's. Mech's has different things in here. We don't have Mech's furniture, unfortunately. I don't know why the mod pack doesn't have that, but it's not included in here. We have Mech's bridges, doors, windows, roofs, and trapdoors. So the bridges are here. There are different styles as well for like rails. You can put on some rails, so your minecart can go on them. You have different doors, some more for like Western themed things. As well, you have like old, like the wood material. Normally in Minecraft Vanilla, you have certain styles for certain wood types. This one switches it up a little bit and exchanges some of the styles with the wood type. As well, like these windows, which are quite beautiful. You can open them. Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. Then you have roofs and trapdoors. Tons of new trapdoors in different styles and in different wood types or material types. And as well, like the angles and all kinds of stuff for the roofs. As well, the drainage things, I don't know how they're called. But you can basically put that on the roof as well. So, then we gonna see Quark. Quark, hello Quark. So Quark is basically, it's tons of new things that, well, small things that, yeah, I needed. Quite beautiful things like these Chinese, or Japanese, sorry, Japanese doors. It adds, I think this mod pack, like this mod Quark, is focusing more on the Japanese side, because of the materials that we have in here. We have new enchantment books, we have different new bottles, so a lot of small stuff. You have like a stool here, and yeah, quite beautiful mod. Different types of item frames. We have even bamboo ladders. So yeah, a lot of small stuff in Quark. You're gonna find probably a lot of items that you think you might need in your indoor buildings. You're gonna find in Quark. Platforms. Platforms gives you the ability to build real platforms where you can put on rails and stuff, which is quite nice for big bridges across like canyons and stuff. So I think this is quite a nice mod to give it more like a feel of, well, this is a big... yeah, it comes more into an old themed Minecraft for me, like Western type of Minecraft. This mod quite fits in with that. So yeah, this is basically it for decorations, furniture, and building blocks. There's not really much to it, but the majority of building blocks will come with the tag and Mech category, so you probably won't want to look into that as well. So next up we have plants, nature, and world generation. So in this mod area or category, you're gonna find a lot of stuff when you go exploring, or how the world generates, basically everything around that. We have biomes of plenty, which adds a lot of new biomes, new biome types, and with that we have new materials, or different types of materials, new wood types. You can see some trees in the background, which are in biomes of plenty. I think this is a mod which is quite often used because it's just makes the world look so nice. So then we have Oh My Gorge, which basically changes how the pumpkins look. You can add like different styles to the pumpkins when you light them. There's not really much more to that. Okay, then we have the biomes Yogo, which is basically a big biome mod as well, like biomes of plenty. Currently, there are new biomes which are, well, it changes the overworld. It gives you new biomes you can go to, but yeah. It's just a nice update to the biomes of plenty, because these ones are more mystical themes, it seems to me, than biomes of plenty. So next up we have mystical agriculture, which is the main mod, and then gradations and customization. This is a mod which is bringing new plants, and then you can get through the plants new gear, and then you can customize that basically. As well, we get new metals, but basically that's how the mod functions. And if you can put like plants down and they grow, and then you can harvest them, and you get, for example, as well, iron or diamonds or other things, and you can use that then to craft new things. So we have mythic botany. I think something went wrong here. Yeah, anyhow, So Mythic Botany basically is a mod that adds to the main mod, which is Botany. Botania, sorry. It has a lot of nature stuff, produces armor, and it's a mix between mana stuff, or mana, and the nature itself. We have new types of blocks, we have flying things, which are very beautiful, I think. It's as well, like, very mythical. And you get new gear, which are, Alpha Steel, for example. You have runes. So great things for gear setup, but it's also generating new blocks in the world which are quite mythic, or mystic. So Nature's Aura. So basically Nature's Aura works around the concept of finding auras in the world. You get new tree types, and then you can connect basically the trees, the plants with mana, and can make new things of it. It's more as well a magical mod, but here are some things you basically can craft. It's quite helpful. You have like certain items which will like help you exploring, as well, new armor type. So yeah, it's if you like stuff with nature combining magic, this will be the mod for you. So next up we have repurposed structures, which changes basically the already generated structures. For example, like the mansion, the end, or certain structures. Sorry, I'm a little bit lagging in my head. It will upgrades them and makes them very harder, and so it's a little bit like Vanilla Plus. Which changes the already, the structures that are already generated in the world, and makes them a little bit nicer and harder. Next up we have Pam's Harvest Craft. We have no as well crops and trees with it. So tons of new crops, trees. Well, this one will take some time to explore. So it's quite nice for cooking as well, in combination with cooking recipes. So yeah, tons of new things, tons of new fruit which you can pick from trees. So yeah, as you can see, they are quite big already. I forgot that these were saplings. And forgot that these were trees actually. But yeah, so a lot of new types of trees. Resource for bees. So some bees already died apparently. There were like about 10 in there. So you have different types of bees, which some even drop like iron, for example. This one explodes. This one is an RGB one, which changes the color. Woohoo! So yeah, and come with that are new blocks. But basically, you can customize your bees. So with the bees, you can make new things, or have like a bee set. Drop certain loot, which is quite nice if you into that customization. So yeah, that would be it basically for the topic plants, nature, and world generation. And let's go to equipment. So coming up is equipment and tools. So everything that you can wear or can use to do certain things, or have in your crafting bar down below here, you can find here. So starting with Lightning Wand. Lightning Wands is basically only this tool here, and it can create light sources which you can't see. But it's quite good to light out certain areas if you have bigger areas, and you don't want to have everywhere glowstone. Then we have Ayat Botania. Basically, it adds a new item or many different items, but one big one is the Ayat, which is quite helpful. It can be used for different kinds of things, or it's very multifunctional. That's what I want to say. And then you have new materials like living wood, alf steel, terra steel, and living rock, and as well mana steel. So an example for that is basically you can create like already plowed dirt, farmland, sorry, and you can jump on that and it doesn't do anything. That's one thing basically, but there's more to that, and as well adds up to the Botania mod. Akashic Tome. Akashic Tome gives you this book. It's called the Akashic Tome. Woo! And basically you can store your books in here and then get them out if you need them. So you don't have to have a bunch of books flying around. You can store them all in here. So next up we have Angel Ring. Angel Ring is basically this thing. I'm not gonna put it on. Basically it's a ring that comes into your character slot, and then you can fly like in creative mode. Very helpful for building and if you have bigger projects, but it's a little bit hard to get, so yeah, but it's in here. So we have ATM editions. That's basically the next mob. It's basically adds endgame items. It's needed for upgrades. Yeah, a lot of new stuff, which is quite hard to get. So yeah, you're gonna find it in here. So the chest is removed because, well, I'll come to that mod next up. This mod here, I'm sorry the sign blew up. So basically this is Archer's Paradox. You have new arrows with different abilities. Very beautiful if you like bow and arrow stuff. Then we have Back of Yerding, and this thing blew up this part here, so I had to rebuild it. Basically you have Back of Yerding, which I at first didn't understand, but basically you have different bags here, which take the blocks around you, this one in an 11 by 11 by 11. And you can replant them basically. So you take it, copy it, go somewhere else, put it down again, and then all the blocks are basically put in the same way how you collected them. So this is Back of Yerding. Building gadgets. Building gadgets basically gives you new tools to build faster structures and bigger structures. These ones are the three main ones. You have a tank as well, or containers. But you can build and destroy or exchange certain things with this gadget, and it helps for building bigger structures. Camera mod. Well, as you can see, you can take photos with the camera, then you can put them into your album or into an image frame, and the image frame you can basically put on the walls. You can make bigger image frames like these ones or this ones. You can basically adjust the size how you want. Then we have chisels and bits. Chisels and bits offers you tools like these ones, and you can make smaller things. Like normally you have a block like this big, but you can make a block which is only this part here, this very tiny pixel. And with this you can make like smaller things which you need, for example in your house. I made like outlets or, well, some sprinkling stuff, well, small things that are not added in the game, which are quite beautiful. You can make your custom things and spend hours with this one. Comforts. Comforts gives you these hammocks and as well these sleeping bags. The good thing is with these ones, they don't reset your spawn point. They are, yeah, you can take them with you, you can plant them down and sleep over the night. And the hammocks skip the day basically. Instead of the night, they skip the day, so you're gonna wake up in the night, which is helpful for like farming certain mobs. Construction wand. So the construction wand should be in here. It's not, but basically it gives you the possibility to, yeah, make bigger things. You have different types of. You have a stone wand, iron, diamond, infinity wand. With these ones you can basically copy and paste certain things if you need them. Very, very helpful tool for building as well. So, cosmetic armor reworked. Cosmetic armor reworked basically lets it open itself. I have an put it to one key binding, and then you have these slots here, and if I say like, wow, I love chainmail, so I can put it in here and put my chainmail in here and be like, wow, now I can wear chainmail on top of my real armor. So this one doesn't give you anything, it's still your own old armor, but people will see this armor. So then we go next to the Engineer's Tools. Engineer's Tools offers you tools that help you with the whole mechanical things, engineering part, because this mod pack, as I told you, is like focusing a lot about mechanical and technical things. So this one is gonna help you a lot to do certain things faster. It's an early in-game help. It gives you medipacks, draining certain drawing. You can draw signs. You can duplicate ores or make muesli. Wow, you can make muesli. Wonderful, muesli bars. So yeah. Global XP. Global XP gives you the ability to store your XP into one block and then you can take it out. Basically, we have like 23 levels in there. If I change my game mode to survival, I can pick out levels. So for every level I want to put in there. And I can put them right back if I want to. So yeah, you can store levels and get them out again. Iron jetpacks. Sorry, I'm gonna change to creative. So iron jetpacks basically gives you jetpacks with like a fuel system which you can charge up and then you can fly around. Similar to the Angel Ring, just yeah, seems not more cheating than the Angel Ring. The Angel Ring seems to me to be a little bit OP. Yeah. Anyway, mana gear and silent gear. Silent gear is the main mod. Basically, you can make your own tools. So, for example, you can make like tips for a pickaxe, which is obsidian. Then you can make the handle out of diamond or the wrapping around with leather or something. So you can make certain tools with certain stats. Every material gives you a different stat to the chest plate or to the weapon you want to take. There's another mod that adds to that, which help you to take more materials into silent gear. So make your own tools or your own weapons. So then we have mining gadgets. Mining gadgets gives you the possibility to mine with lasers. Wow! And you can do that basically so it functions on its own, so it can go away and then this thing mines everything for you and then you can transfer all the items. Morpho tool. Morpho tool basically it mimics a tool that you want to. So you can take a wrench, a screwdriver, a hammer, a wand, etc. And mimic that tool with the Morpho tool. And then it's basically a multifunctional tool. Nature's compass. With this compass you basically can look up different biomes, and if you find a biome that you really like, you can click onto that and the compass is gonna point to that biome. Next up we have pickle twigs. Pickle twigs is it helps into the equipment of vanilla in original, so the vanilla type of things, and adds new ones which fit into the vanilla style, and as well changing certain things. For example, we have diamond apples, emerald apples, charcoal pieces. So this one's basically adding tools which make the vanilla feel quite nicer. So then we have simple magnets, basically where we have magnets which they give you the items that are, for example, here 11 blocks away from me. These ones only 5, so I don't have to run all over the place. They basically draw that to me or take that to me. Structurize. This one is between decoration, furniture, and building blocks and equipment, because the main tools are these ones here. You can build with these tools and shape them, but we have as well new building blocks. So somewhere in between equipment and building blocks is Structurize. Basically it gives you tools to build bigger things, copy blocks and copy your own structures, and yeah, that's it. So the one probe gives you this one. You can use the one probe basically to identify certain things, what you need with that. Normally, like in certain things, you can see it up on the top. I can identify, okay, what block is that without like having another mod for that. And then as well, what do I need for that? It's very helpful for building, but as well for the tech and mech category later on. Tool belt basically adds this tool belt which you can upgrade by the belt pouch. The tool belt gives you the possibility to switch very fast between tools, so you don't have to go through a taskbar the whole time. But what you can do is go with the tool, have a shortcut, and select the next tool. So it's a very quick change of your tools. Torchmaster. Torchmaster gives you the possibility to add like torches like these ones, which then don't spawn certain things. Here, for example, the hostile monsters. We have the same then for animals. Then this, that's basically it. So it's quite good for like world generation things. Then you can place invisible lights and then clear basically everything, every light that is around here. So useful backpacks. Basically add backpacks in different sizes, in small, medium, and large. You have different colors. You can put them on your back and then use them and store your items in them. So then we have useful railroads. Okay. Our useful railroads basically gives you new railroads, and building gadgets with that. So this is between, as well building blocks as well, like gadgets. So yeah, they're quite helpful if you have bigger projects for railroads. This is gonna be a good thing. And XP Tome basically is a book. Same as XP or Global XP, but it's stored in a book, so this is quite helpful for on the run. So yeah, there would be everything: equipment, tools, gadgets. Coming up is mobs and dungeons. So next up we have mobs and dungeons. So everything that will generate new mobs, new animals, or improve the way how dungeons work or add new loot. Everything concerning that, as well like epic things. So Aquaculture 2. Aquaculture 2 is a mod which adds a lot of things in the ocean, in the seas and lakes. Basically tons of new fish and things that live in water basically. So you have some examples in here, some fish in here. But yeah, tons of new fish as well, a certain armor that goes with that. Configurable extra mob drops. Basically, it changes, you can change what a mob drops and with a certain chance. So you can configure that a villager drops if you kill him a diamond or an emerald or whatever. So it's quite helpful if you want to make your own quests, your own server-side things that changes the way how Minecraft works. This one is, I think, very useful if you have bigger projects such as RPGs. So, Coral Tombstones basically prevents item from despawning. With certain extras, you can make your own graveyard. You have new enchantment books. Some new scrolls, but certain types of tombstones, and if you have a lot of them, it's gonna like generate a smoke, so it's quite a nice feel if you can make a big graveyard out of that. So yeah, Dungeon Crawl. Dungeon Crawl basically generates bigger structures with new loot. They're quite difficult sometimes, but they're worth the risk because the loot is quite big very often. So yeah, take a look in that, explore them. Ice and Fire Dragons. Wow. Well, this is a big mod. It has a lot of new mobs, and most of the mobs I wanted to put them in here, but well, either they escaped, either dig through, or they're so big you can't contain them in here or put them in here. So I feel very sorry for that. You have new loot, you have different types of loot, you have tons of dragons, so it's quite hard to battle through. Some of the mobs are really hard to battle. But take a look for it yourself. Very nice mod. Rats, basically add rats, different types of rats, and you can use them for technical things as well, to power certain systems, or to automate or to make them automatic. So yeah, we have then as well upgrades with that. A mod that focuses a lot about rats. So if you want to look into that, rats will be your mod. As well, we have an add-on to that. It's Red Atlantis, which is basically tons of new mobs as well, like how the mod already says, Atlantis. So basically under the water, a lot of things. Very hard to build them. I tried that. You get them chest plate, new tools, as well, like reds on boats, and I really enjoyed that. So yeah, last but not least of the mods here is Young's Better Mineshafts. Basically, the mineshafts, how they are generated, are changed, or how they look. It's very beautiful. You should explore them for yourself. They are real mineshafts in my view. Mineshafts are worth exploring, and there's a lot of loot in them, and as well some dungeons. So yeah, that would be it to mobs and dungeons. Coming up is Game Changer. Oh, next up we have Game Changer in Miscellaneous, or Miscellanea. So I really hope I pronounced that well. Tons of new stuff in here. If you didn't find a mod that is included into the other categories, you're probably gonna find it in here because, well, there's certain mods that cover a variety of certain things, which like hop over certain categories. So you're probably gonna find that then in here. So starting with Tank Null, basically changes the way how fluids are stored. Gives you a new bucket, which is you can take them with you. And it avoids overflow. Yeah, very nice for storing fluids. Very helpful for that. All of the Mudium, basically it's an ore which is for all the mods. This one is adds up new things as well to the silent gear, as I told you beforehand. We have with that new ores, new blocks, new chest plates and items and swords, as well, like for carrots and as apples. Normally you have gold with that only, so that's quite helpful, and it gives you tons of new things. So Apotheosis is basically a mod that came, as far as I know, from Valhalgia. The people who did like Valhalgia, they produced this one as well, or created this one. It basically how plants are changed. Like we have a lot of new plants. We have new potions. We have new arrows as well, as you see here. We have the enchantment is changed. We have different things coming with enchantment. We have a fletching table that is different, and then we have new villagers. We have this one, altars. It's a mix between all of those, so it's really weird for me to find a category for this mod. But it's basically enchantment. A lot of that is enchantment, changing how villagers work. Apple skin. So normally I don't put like the system mods and how the overlays are in here, but Apple skin is one of them I put in here. Basically it gives you the hunger bar that you see down below, and it gives you the thing like how much do I get for this food, how many hearts or how many food things do I get for this. So it's very helpful, and as well some other HUD things. So coming up is better advancements. So switching here. Better advancements basically changes the way how advancement works, and how you see there are tons of advancements in here. You can switch to them. It lists them all in categories. Very helpful, makes them more nicer, and I think you can change as well like quest logs with that, so you can make your own quests. So next up we have Cartographer. Basically it helps to find certain locations like mansions, ocean monument, villages, or igloos. So you can have a map for that, and then you can travel to that. So it changes how the normal maps works. Compressium basically takes the ores that you normally have, and normally you can make like diamonds blocks and emerald blocks and so on. But then you can compress them as well more into that. So you can have like 9 diamond blocks together. That would be this one, and then you can put it even further until you get to the last stage, which is this one, which is 9 by 9, I think. So 9 diamond blocks into one, which is quite helpful. So if you have tons of diamonds and other things, you can put them in here. That's with redstone, iron ore, with glowstone, with mostly all of the materials. Then we have cyclic. Cyclic is similar to quark. It's, I think, well, it is a trash bin, which is for fluids and all kind of stuff. It is similar to, well, I'm not sure, I think it belongs as well to the tech area and mech area, because we have a lot of stuff connected to machines, but then as well we have like disenchantment tables, then we have, well, upgrades that you can do, small upgrades to equipment, tons of food and well, things for the slot, basically, for your wearing, so you can have new add-ons to that. So yeah, it's a mix between all of those, but mainly what I would say it's about machines. Yeah. Dank storage. Dank storage is basically offers you new storage things or bigger ones. We come later to refined storage and all of that, but this one is just an upgrade to that. Yeah. With upgrades, putting into that, and you can fill these ones, the dogs, with different blocks inside. So yeah, then we have dark utilities, a lot of transportation. You can transport entities or blocks. You have different plates, vector plates. You have filters for mobs and for items. Yeah. I think it's a lot about these pressure plates. That's mostly what it's all about. Transporting entities, and giving them, well, new things. Emojiful, wow. This one is basically, if I add the chat, you see down here an icon, and you can press that one, and then you have new emojis you can put into the text, basically, and post. So if you're into that, you can post a melon and be like, hey, melon, and yeah, that would be it. So next up we have ender chests and ender tanks. Ender chest basically gives you a possibility to link up ender chests. So you have different ender chests with different colors. So if the colors are matching, the ender chest will match to that color. Quite helpful to link a lot of different ender chests and to not run around the whole world to find your chests. And ender tanks basically does the same but with liquids. So yeah, and then we have FTB. FTB has like 5 different things in here, which are chunks, essential, ranks, teams, and ultimine. All of these are looking more into a multiplayer section. They're basically about claiming chunks, they're about server commands, a ranking system with permanent changes, like what you can do then. You have team progression, so that you can go further as a team and not just as an individual. And then you can, with ultimine, like harvest multiple blocks at once. That's very helpful. Iron chests. Iron chests basically, well, different types of chests as the other ones, but they, well, different things like iron furnaces, sorry, but they go, up with the material that you have in, and as well they have certain upgrades in them. This one still didn't understand the dirt chests, but yeah. GEI and GER. GEI is basically this one here. You can look up recipes. You can give in creative mode your own yourself items with that. You can look after mods. So if you want to find blocks that are that, for example, Botania, you can type it in here, and then you have all the things with Botania, which is very helpful if you want to search for a certain item that has your same name as other items. GER is basically an add-on to that, which gives you the possibility to search for like mob drops as well, to see like what items are dropped or what loot do I get, and as well the ore generation, like in what levels are there, and as well what plants plants drop certain things, like what does, for example, drop bamboo and stuff. So then we have Cube.js. So Cube.js has also different things with like add-ons, but basically it's about creating scripts, changing blocks, how you can obtain them, basically the recipes, you can change them, so, and adding quests as well. So basically it's making your own Minecraft in my, just how it feels to me. It's just making your own Minecraft in the way of like how you do certain RPG or how you can progress in your world. So it's very, very helpful if you have a certain style for your world. This mod will be very helpful for you. So then we have metal barrels. So basically different styles like metal iron chest. This is the same for barrels, so there's no more actually. Mine colonies. You can build your own city. Very helpful. If you need that, you can start basically with a supply camp or a supply ship, and then you have new houses that go with it, like your fisher hut, the mine. So you can build your own city with the villagers together. Very, very nice if you're into building villages. Next up we have no more wanderer. Basically, if I don't want to let the wanderer spawn, I put the sign up here, or I have a totem of unexchanged. It blocks the wandering trader to spawn around me. If I like, linger around or walk around somewhere, the trader will not spawn nearby. Then we have open blocks elevator, basically elevators that you can make out of certain blocks, different styles of blocks that you can use to transport between different levels. Pedestals offers you the, gives you basically the opportunity or the possibility, to show off your loot, to transfer items, to store XP, and as well energy, to transfer energy. So, that's a mix-up like mod. I really don't understand why they put certain things in there. But anyway, it's still beautiful. As you can see, the items rotate and it's very nice. So, portality. Basically, portality makes it that you can make your own portals in the overworld, so you can walk through them over long distances very fast. Very beautiful, helpful. More on the technical side, if like you see, it's more on the technical side with that. Restrictions gives you the possibility to basically have blocks. Like for this one, I can pass through this, but from the other side I can't. With this one, this thing pushes me away, and the other side normally draws me in. Yeah, it draws me in, and then it pushes me through the block. That's basically it for this. Moves entity around as well. So yeah. Runic adds a runic font basically, so you can add that to your enchantment books. You can add that to signs normally. Yeah, I didn't figure it out yet. But normally you can add it to signs as well to item descriptions. So thermal expansion, that's the bot itself. Then comes with cultivation, foundation, innovation, and locomotion. Basically, oh man, this is a mod that is huge. You would take some time into that. If I would explain this video would become so long. So it mixes basically magic and tech very much, and this is what the mod is like looking into. And then add certain things, like for example, like these building blocks as well, like you see like potato crates and other things, and as well rails. But mostly between like magic and tech is this mod actually. So storage drawers gives you the possibility to build these drawers, and with the drawers you can store items in there. I think this is up to 64, so 64 and like one stack. But you can like upgrade them if you want to. You have as well bigger drawers. Very beautiful mod, very helpful. So then we have trash cans, so you can leave your stuff in there and it gets automatically deleted. That's very helpful, so you don't have to have like a lava pool or somewhere. You just put your items in here and just basically everything is gonna delete itself. Travel anchors. Wow, I didn't use these ones. Travel anchors. So travel anchors basically teleport you over great distances. Between these anchors, like similar to portality, but in my view less impressive. But yeah, it gives you a possibility to travel over a certain range. Very helpful, and as well as some enchantment books. Water strainer. So this one is used, as I know, in Septic Ages a lot. So another mod pack. You can put like a strainer in here, and then you get certain loots like sand or so, or sometimes fish. Then you can put a bait into that. And here you basically put stuff in that you don't need, and the worms is gonna eat that, and you get fertilizer out of that. So these ones are the items that come with it. We get nice fertilizer, which is quite helpful for growing things. So, waystones. Waystones, another teleportation mod. So you can, teleport between all the waystones that you explored or made yourself, which is quite helpful. It's more an RPG side in my view. It's not a techie side. On the tech side, it's a more, well, it seems more natural in an RPG themed game. So, wood. Build your own mob factory. That is basically wood. You can build your own mob systems that generate mobs. Very, very helpful if you have like bigger projects and you really need certain materials. Wood can help you in that, and you can make your own mobs, mob factories. So yeah, that would be everything to Game Changer and Miscellaneous. Next up we have magic. So everything that is looking into the magic part. I'm not a big fan of magic as well, because it's a very dark themed thing here, and as a person I don't approve of it, but let's start with it. So Ars Novo, you can craft your own custom spells. You have a book here, one notebook, you can put it in here and you can read it. Normally you can sneak to view, and then you can look into your own spells and make them how you want. You get this notebook with it. You can summon magical servants. You can make powerful wearables and tools. You have magical artifacts, and you can make as well magical machines, which is quite helpful. Adds on new blocks, tons of new magic blocks, like crystals, for example, here, or this pedestal. So very nice mod in that way. Astral Sorcery is basically looking into the power of stars and constellations. You have a book in here as well as in the other one, and you can, it takes some time. It takes a lot of time to get around. You can zoom around here, and then you have certain, like a quest book, and then you use that basically to make new magic items or spells, which is all about the moon and the stars and kind of stuff. So, here's the reason why I don't like it. Blood magic. So, blood magic is basically very gruesome. It gives you good stuff if you do bad stuff, like killing things. So, I really don't like it. If you want to look at it, do it. Very dark. As well, Eidolon as well is very dark. It's about necromancy. Very dark and twisted. It's about rituals, so you can look into that as well. And then we have Elemental Craft. Elemental Craft has different elements that come into it. That are fire, earth, and air, and water. And with these ones you can craft new magical things. Very, very easy, I think, to do with that. It's more like the kind of like the Avatar feeling, the Last Airbender. Ensorcelation basically adds new enchantment books. Tons of new enchantment books, but I'm not going to try them all out. So, Forbidden and Arcane is basically very magical themed stuff. So, building blocks in the way more, instead of like giving you enchantment books or magical spells, it gives you more the theme blocks about magic. You can see some of them in here. Mahutsukai, I think that's how it's called. You can make unique spells, very configurable. You have this book in here that you can open, which gives you all the things that you really need. And you can make your own custom spells, like should it be AoE or should it be just a a skill shot or whatever. So very helpful if you want to do that. Mana Artifice. Mana Artifice is basically as well very customizing with spells and very unique spells, very powerful spells as well. Along comes with these blocks, which is very magic themed as well. But yeah, making your own spells and configure them. Potions Master. Basically, tons of new potions. So if you feel like, wow, I don't have enough potions in my inventory, you're probably gonna need that mod because it adds so many new potions you can't think of. Yeah. So PSI. PSI mixes basically magic and tech. It also is looking into, well, programmable spells, making your own spells. So this is basically all the mods. It's a lot about tech, Mech, and spells, making your own spells, as far as that seems. Yeah, magical themed mod, on a heavy side technical. So yeah, that would be more my summary. Reliquary version 1.3. So this adds magical items, very powerful magical items that you can use in your exploring, but as well while using them. Here, for example, deals extra damage to undead creatures. So every one of these gives you extra buffs or certain things. Some blocks are included in here, but mostly it's about items. So it adds new items. So yeah, coming next will be Tech and Mech. So upcoming is Tech and Mech. This mod pack, or the mod 6, basically looks a lot into the technical part as well in the mechanical part, but basically most of the mods you're gonna find in here. So that's kind of how you can look into that. So if you want more on the technical side and mechanical side, this will probably be your mod pack. It has tons of new things in here. So AE2 extras, basically it's an add-on to Applied Energistics 2, which gives you higher tier items. So I'll come up to Applied Energistic in a moment, but this one is basically helping you store certain things more. It's harder to obtain, but basically buffs up the Applied Energistics. Additional Enchanted Miner. I don't have the block in here, but basically it adds a miner with certain features. So the miner farms for yourself, and then you can loot it basically. More mechanical miner in my view. Very helpful for bigger projects. Applied Energistics 2. Applied Energistics basically is using energy, so not mechanical energy, but like electrical energy. It's using storage systems, it's using for transmitting entities. It's wireless, so you can make it wireless if you want to. It helps to mine certain things, and it's a lot about networking. So if you want this area, basically, or this category, you're probably gonna like Applied Energistics. Bigger reactors. Bigger reactors gives you the possibility or the opportunity to basically generate energy in a different way and way more. So bigger reactors is basically, this is great, generating bigger amounts or more amounts of energy, and storing more amounts of them. Compact machines and crafting. This should normally be in crafting, but both of them are very similar. Basically you shrink certain things. Like if you have big machines, you can shrink them with this mod here and compact them into smaller blocks like these ones. They come in different sizes. This is, I think, the maximum. So yeah, and this one, sorry. So you can, if you build a machinery, you can shrink them and put them in one block, and they do the same for you. You can do them as well for crafting. So Botania. Botania calls itself a tech mod, a Magica themed tech mod, so I put it in here. So it is all about auras, flowers and mana, but as well a strong tech mod, which you can use all the magical stuff to basically use it for technical things. So transferring that power basically. So create, yeah, this is not a good contraption, but it works. Create is about, well, mechanical producing things. It's not about energy in a way of electricity. It's a lot of mechanical power. So basically we have here a water wheel, which is is pushed by like the water, and then I can use it to grind certain items in here, for example. Or in here I can cook certain things if I put like a lava pool in front of it, and it cooks items faster. So very beautiful with animations. I really love this mod because it also transports entity, and you can automate crafting basically. Environmental energy and tech. So I already, I think, did that with the environmental materials in the building blocks section or the category. This one is basically all about environmental stuff, generating power through solar panels and converting that. That's basically it. And the technical part basically giving you certain computer things with that. Extra disk basically helps to upgrade refined storage. So it's a high tier things for refined storage, just an upgrade of refined storage. CC Tweaked is basically a computer, lots of computer stuff with as well speakers. We even have a printer in here, I think. Oh, a modem. So a lot about computer. If you like, look into that as well in the technical part. This will be the mod for you. You can program as well. Dim storage. Dim storage changes. Well, it's the technological version of Ender Chest. So when I went to the game changer, basically Ender Chest is linked with colors. So this is the same way, just with liquids. And it's more on the technical part. Extra storage. Extra storage, basically more storage for refined storage and faster storage. So if you like refined storage, here's another one. Flex networks. Flex networks basically gives you wireless energy networks. You can customize them as well, so you can lock them to certain networks. So yeah, if you play with Flex, we come in up to that in a moment. Gauges and switches. Very beautiful gauges and switches. I think they call them that. So new ones in a more on the mechanical side in my view, but as well some technical in here. You can see here some buttons. They put out a redstone signal, and you can lock them wirelessly to machines. Immersive engineering and petroleum. Basically realism, it's called itself a realism inspired technology in a retro and future tech. So well, it's nicer, like it has power cables. For me, this is a very nice thing because it's realistic more. It's more on the retro perspective, as it calls itself. So it has like copper wires which you can link to other coils and stuff, and you have these aluminum things here which are very beautiful, I think, for building bigger structures. So and petroleum basically adds up to the fuel, so it adds a new fuel system. That's basically it. Industrial foregoing. Industrial foregoing gives you the automating builds. So basically you have machines that can automate certain builds, so they do that for you. You don't have to do it. Quite helpful for making bigger projects. Integrated crafting, dynamics, and NBT. Basically, it's a lot about networking for making complex automation and system integration. Basically, it's integrating certain systems with each other. And it gives you a possibility to transfer items. A lot of stuff. Most of these mod packs is hard to put them in one sentence. Mods, I mean. So modular routers. Modular routers basically it's a flexible item transport, and it's using these router blocks here, and you can plug them into different new modules. Sorry. and it helps to sort, absorb, and yeah, fling around items or place items. So it's all about transferring items, putting them down, sorting them. This really helps in that way. Mechanism, and with that, additions, generators, and tools. So mechanism is, oh, that's a big mod. It's high tech, it's about machinery, it's about powerful energy generation, so tons of that we have in here. Then we have, we have new gadgets, and we can make more basically of what we mine. It's also very helpful in the early game. If you're starting with ores and stuff, it helps you a lot in that. More red gives you these plates here in different styles and different things they do, and you can connect redstone via a wire. Wow, this is hard to pronounce for me. Via a wire. Yeah, you can connect redstone, which is quite helpful with a wire instead of having to put it through a path of redstone. Pneumatic craft, I think it's called, repressurized. So this one is about energy generation through air pressure. So if you really like that one, it's all about compressing air. We have heat mechanics, so something can overcook or well, it's getting too hot, and so you have to cool down. It's about refining, and it's more a mechanical mod instead of a technical mod. Ranged pumps. So ranged pumps basically gives you this block, and it pumps the liquid around itself away in a certain radius. You can adjust that radius if you like. Power. So power, it adds generators, it adds solar panels, it's energy cells, cables, reactors, and wireless energy. So this one is helping with the other ones to transfer energy as well. Refined storage. So this is the mod that has a lot of add-ons. It's all about mass storage. So basically, if you put your items in, and I'm the person, I just threw my stuff in there. This thing sorts them for you, and you just search them and you can get them out. So it's a huge storage system. You don't have to have tons of chests. It's just one big thing where you can put everything in and get everything out. Very, very helpful. Yeah, it does the same as well for fluids. So yeah, very helpful. RF tools, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mods. Yeah, 5 mods in there. So RF tools, it is all about like red flux. RF stands for red flux in here. It's all about teleportation. It's a very tech mod orientated mod. So if you want to build like your own office and generating structures, I think this mod adds a lot of building blocks as well into that. Gives you another dimension, and you have new power generators like in all of the other ones as well. So Solar Flux Reborn, it adds red flux solar and as well other flux energy, so basically it generates red flux and the normal flux over solar panels. That's basically a summary of it. Tinker's Mechwork. Tinker's Mechwork basically gives you new redstone machines. They're not really much. If I look into Tinker's Construct, there was a big one. And this one is basically new redstone generating machines. Well, they don't generate redstone, but the machines are powered through redstone. And through that, you can make bigger projects or builds. XNet Cases is the last mod in this whole mod pack. It's about networking cables, basically, putting them all together. It's a lot about like compatibility with other mods, and it connects well to Mechanism. So yeah, it's a lot about technical things in this mod. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think it's a big mod pack. It will take some time to go through it. I hope you enjoyed it. You find it helpful for you. So yeah, leave a like, a sub, whatever you like. And have a nice day. Enjoy your time in Minecraft. See ya!